Hello, good morning. How are you? I hope you are doing fine. So, this moment, there is fire on the mountain, and this fire is burning with big flames. And we have to make sure that we put this fire off, we extinguish this fire. And this fire is about the trending and viral story of a woman who suffered in the hands of a man after throwing the man into the nearest emotional dustbin and expecting things to be normal. The man never had the guts to persevere the emotional turmoil that he was thrown into, and he decided to go and hire henchmen, gave them sulfuric acid, and gave them orders to go and pour the sulfuric acid on that woman. She's fighting for her life in Kenyatta National Hospital. Each and every time we are getting very sad stories, and these stories surrounds us. These stories are all about us and the decisions that we make as men in this particular life in an effort to establish relationships, in an effort to establish marriages. Women are our sisters. Women are our mothers. Women are our siblings, and they're supposed to be well taken care of. We must stop domestic violence. We must stop femicides. But how are we going to stop femicides? Because femicide cases, domestic violences, are occurrences that we watch each and every time on TV, each and every time on social media. We hear cases of domestic violence, we hear cases of femicides. But are we going to stop or end femicide by going on TV screens and shouting, "Men, stop killing women. Men, stop assaulting women"? Is that the approach that we are supposed to use in order to end femicides? No. No matter how we shout on screens that men stop killing our women, that is not going to stop. But what we are supposed to do is to go to the root cause and say, where did the rain start beating us? Let me tell you, women were programmed in this way. I have to be given. I must get it, and this man must give it to me. They believe that they are supposed to sit down and what their men give them. Even if it's not in marriage, even if it is in courtship, they believe that they have to be given everything. They believe that what is in their pocket belongs to them, and what is in the man's pocket belongs to both of them. That is the mental status of women. They were programmed in that way. But since they were programmed in that way, we can also change that narrative. We can try our level best and program themselves in a positive way that you can get your money, you can get whatever that you want without lying to a man that you love him, without going ahead to sleep with the man for you to get that money. We can end femicide cases by telling these women that now you are no longer a child. Wake up, do something. We are supposed to speak against an injustice of women coming in the life of men with an aim of benefiting, then afterwards she hibernates and she leaves the man suffering. We are supposed to teach them that eating an illegal money from a man without commitment is wrong. We are supposed to teach them that it is not advisable to eat something that you are not going to pay for. We are supposed to advise them that their money that they have worked and produced sweat is sweeter than the money that they have to get from men. Women are supposed to understand that when someone, a man, is subjected into such a condition, sometimes he's human. He fails to control himself. Then he acts out of anger. And when emotions overpowers a man, he can do anything. Imagine, in this case, the man in question took this woman to university from Form 4. He paid everything for this woman, thinking that they have now a future together, thinking that now this is the woman of my life, thinking that I have got a treasure, I have got an asset. When this woman concludes her studies, she's going to join hands with me and we are going to make a good life, not knowing that he was just dating alone. He was dating himself. Quite unfortunate, and that's a bombshell. Upon the woman concluding her studies, she decided to say that now this man is not my type. Let me now go to the man who is my type. The question is, when this man was paying fee for you, why were you not realizing that he wasn't your type? Why were you accepting his money knowing that you have nothing for him? Sometimes let us work with logic. If you don't love me, don't eat my money. If you don't love me and you have nothing for me, don't accept me to take you to school. And that is the only way we are going to end femicide cases. This is the only way we are going to end domestic violence. By hitting the nail on the head, not on the tail. By approaching the truth without hiding anything. By showing our women the way. By showing them that the best way to survive is to go to the river and fish, not waiting the fish on the market. That is the way, that is the approach, that is the technique that we are supposed to use to make sure that we have a responsible gender in the future. That is the only way we can do to make sure that we elevate these women and place them to a place where they can depend on themselves, even in our unavailability. It is really a sad story to realize that a man took an acid. He did a conspiracy with henchmen to put the life of a woman at risk. It is quite unfortunate. In conclusion, this is a message that I have for you men. Men, don't take a woman to school because you are going to cry at the end. Men, don't give women money that you are not able and ready to lose because you are going to cry in the toilet. Men, don't serve a woman that you are not married to. Don't provide for a woman that you are not married to. Your wife is the one who have got a right, a full right 100% to get what comes from you, but not your girlfriend, not your concubine, not your woman. Wait until you marry her. Wait until he makes sure that he's fully committed unto you as your wife and you are her husband. That is when you can start chipping in fully as the sole provider and as the man of the house. Else, we are going to continue witnessing femicide cases. This is not going to end. It is going to end when we use the right approach. It is going to end when we tell our women that you can live on your own. When we tell them that this is how things are supposed to be. But if we stay with this knowledge, if we stay with this information, they are not going to know. And one day we are going to be questioned and judged and asked that you had this idea, you knew this, but you never went ahead to speak against it. Whenever there is an injustice, we must come out boldly and clearly to speak about it and put to it an end. I hope this particular message is well bestowed in your hearing. I hope you have listened carefully and you have heard correctly whatever that I've spewed. As you continue to live, as you continue to date, may you have meaningful courtship. And may you provide for people who are your wives. And give out money at your own risk. Give out money that you can afford to lose. Let's take care of our sisters. Let's not hurt them. And let us show them the way. Thank you, Jackson.